What's up, guys? How we doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Today we're back with that no kings, if you will, protest. Look, I'm not going to call it that anymore. I'm going to call it the hate Trump temper tantrums because that's what it is. Because let's be real, they don't care about kings. They don't care about immigration. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is hate Trump. And it's a temper tantrum. It's a I didn't get my way temper tantrum. So that's what we're going to start calling them. I mean, seriously, that's what they are. That's because these wouldn't be around if it weren't for that. But anyway, that's not exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about one in particular that went on in Salt Lake City. I don't know if you heard about the story. You probably have. It's kind of all over the news, but there's one in Salt Lake City where there was a guy, I forget his name, slips my mind, but I don't have any article or anything here. I'm just kind of going by what I've heard of the story. I live by that area, so it's been all over our local news a lot. So, but there was a guy that had an AR-15 style rifle is what they called it, an AR-15 style rifle, and the story is that he was picking it up kind of as if he was going to shoot it, and some peacekeepers is what they're called, some hired by the protesting committee or whatever, peacekeepers or volunteers. I don't even know if they were hired. They were like volunteered peacekeepers, and they just saw him and they started shooting him, and they hit him, injured him. It didn't kill him, but they ended up killing an innocent bystander, just an innocent person at the protest. Sorry, it's allergy season, so if I snivel too much, I'm trying not to, but anyway, they shot like 3 shots and ended up killing somebody else, and the guy with the AR-15 that didn't even shoot a shot, and he was the one arrested and charged. Went to the hospital to, he just got kind of grazed. They didn't actually even I mean, they shot him, but he didn't. They took him to the hospital and then they booked him in jail, and nothing's even been, as far as I know, they haven't even, I think they may have finally charged one of the shooters, but at first they did. They just, whatever, cool, yep, you were a peacekeeper. But the police department in Salt Lake, they didn't even know that there was supposed to be any kind of hired help or peacekeepers. That's what the law enforcement was there for, to keep the peace. And they weren't informed about this, and so but they didn't make any arrests. They just arrested the guy that had the AR-15 that didn't even shoot a shot. Didn't even. But they've since let him out because in Utah is a open carry, and he's allowed to carry a gun, and he says it's his Second Amendment right to carry a gun. So they let him go with conditions. I don't know what those conditions are. I didn't catch that part, but they let him out, and based on it's his Second Amendment right to carry a gun, and they're investigating because now the story is he wasn't shooting it. He was just like carrying it. He just had it. He wasn't lifting it up, and maybe these peacekeepers just thought that these peacekeepers, yeah, that's a good name for somebody like that. And even at that, I mean, what if it was an active shooter? You didn't even shoot the guy you were trying to shoot. You shot somebody else. I mean, if you're gonna play devil's advocate, or if you're gonna play peacekeeper, you should be a little bit more trained than that. I mean, these were probably just volunteers. From what I heard, they volunteered to do it, and it was, they were in some yellow, like construction type vests, some security guard vests and stuff like that. So I think that's what I heard. I don't know that for sure, but there was a couple of them, and I don't know how you feel about that, but it's Second Amendment right to carry a gun, and in Utah, and we're open carry state, so you're allowed to. You could even carry an AR-15, and a lot of people don't understand that open carry, concealed carry, you're allowed to carry whatever kind of gun you want to carry. You can carry an AR-15. We're an open carry state. We're constitutional carry, but we're also open carry. They went constitutional because some people were getting all uptight seeing people carrying guns, so they just said, just you don't have to have a license. We're open carry, but we'll just do constitutional carry. Just conceal it that way people aren't. But we can still carry. We can still open carry. So it's and like I said, a lot of people don't understand that you can walk down the street with an AR-15 legally in this state. You can just yeah, people might get uptight. People might think something. You know, if you're at some kind of a rally, you might get yourself shot or somebody else shot apparently, and then you might get in trouble for it because you have the AR-15, but you can legally carry it and you can fight it in court, and I'm sure he's going to. But it all depends on I don't know all of the evidence, so I can't jump to conclusions on who's guilty and who's not guilty because I don't know what his motives were. Maybe he was there to maybe he was there to maybe he was there as a Kyle Rittenhouse type of person just trying to protect a business or trying to protect something that, don't come around here, I got this gun, or if he was actively trying to hurt somebody. I don't know that. We don't know that. But we or they might, but that's some evidence that I haven't heard yet. So I might have to, read up a little bit more. But it's been all over the news. I'm sure you've heard about it, but it's just, like I said, you're an innocent person shot by the protesting committee's own people because of something stupid, and they probably don't know that. They probably don't research the gun laws in these states that they're going to. They're just probably like, yep, we're gonna go here, 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 boom, go, and then that's it. And they probably don't know that we're allowed to carry guns in this state openly. We're allowed to openly carry guns in this state. Yeah, I mean, I can see if he's got it up there and he's like pointing it at somebody. Yeah, take the shot, But even at that, if he's just carrying around an AR-15, that doesn't necessarily mean he's there to shoot somebody. He could just be holding it there for, you stay away. If you stay away from this business, you stay away from, because it was shot right outside of a business. Kind of, I mean, it was out there in the middle of the, city, so I don't know what was going on. I'll have to research more of the actual, legit story. But at first I just heard about, oh yeah, some guy was shot, there was a shooting, and I was like, oh, shooting in Salt Lake, cool. I mean, not cool, but somebody had to die, some innocent person had to die from, and then another person that didn't even shoot the guy was the one that got booked into jail for it. But like I said, he's since been released, and I can keep you guys posted on this story if you want, but I mean, it's all over. I mean, there's stories about it. I'm sure it's easy to look up, but yeah, this is what's going on in these tantrums. And I guess they've got more. Originally, I think they had more planned for the 17th of July. There was a full article about that, about when they're striking next, when their next tantrum festival is. And it was supposed to be July 17th. Excuse me. But now they're starting to talk about like they're going to be out on the 4th of July. Yeah, that's going to go over well. The 4th of July, where nobody is going to care about what they're doing on the 4th of July. The strong patriots, those country loving, people like me and like most people probably watching this we're going to be out celebrating our own things. We're going to be at home. We're going to be shooting off fireworks. We're going to be at the lake. We're going to be at the, while you're up there tearing up the cities, whatever. We'll deal with that when we get back from our celebration. So we're having our own celebration. If you're just threatening to bash our celebration, well, good luck. Good luck. Because again, some states are allowed to carry guns openly. Just saying, I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just saying it's, Just good luck trying to bash our parties. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and touch on that a little bit. I'm sure there's more to it than that. Like I said, I don't have all of the details. I don't have any kind of article here in front of me. I just wanted to just come on and shoot a video, give you my little opinion and my take on what I think. I don't like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they should book the guy that actually pulled the trigger. I'm sure they're questioning him. I'm sure there's more talking going on about it, but I think I did hear that he was taken into custody or in for questioning or something, but I don't know. All I know is that they're this world is they're victimizing the criminal and criminalizing the victims, and that's what this world's getting to. They've got everything backwards. The guy that took the shot is now the victim because this guy had an AR-15 and he was going to shoot. You don't know if he was going to shoot. You don't know what his motives were with that gun, unless he was legit pointing it at somebody. You don't know what he was going to do with it, because I don't think they found anything else. I don't think they found any kind of like other explosives or anything else that you hear a lot about. Yeah, he had this in his car. He had that in his car. He had a backpack full of whatevers, and he had 5 guns on him. And no, it wasn't like that. He just had an AR-15, probably a magazine or two with him. What they would call a high capacity magazine, which is actually a standard capacity magazine. But sorry, like I said, it's allergy season, and I just woke up. And when I wake up, I'm always plugged up. But anyway, that's the show for today. Keep your head on a swivel. The world's getting crazy. Don't let world get you crazy. Don't let crazy affect you. Stay protected. Stay armed. If it looks bad, it probably is bad. So just steer clear. Don't be where the problem is. That's the best way to protect yourself from the problem, is don't be where it is. But if it comes to you, be ready for it. Be prepared. Be aware. Anyway, that's the video. Appreciate y'all. Love you. We'll see you in the next one.